I'm Akacia Schauermann.
And I'm Gaby.
And this is
Hoofbeat News.
Good morning, FMHS. Today is Monday.
Today is Tuesday, March 9th, and we're back with another episode of Hoofbeat News.
Up first today, Emilee will tell us a story about the FMHS music department.
Just like many groups at FMHS, the music program has had to adapt to the restrictions to be able to continue to make music.
Things have been different this year. Obviously, because of the coronavirus, it's made our class tougher because we don't get to meet in person as much. And our class is definitely one where meeting together, being in the same room, is a large part of our learning. And then obviously the masks in our instruments and some of the safety parts have been rather interesting navigating and figuring out how to do.
And then, other things like going one direction in the hallways and trying to stay socially distanced and everything. And then of course we're trying to sing with masks on, which has created the new set of challenges. I bought special singing masks that my students wear that comes off of their mouths and creates a little bit more space for them so that they can breathe better and project more.
So to play our instruments, we've been doing some things differently. As far as band goes, we've been doing wearing these different masks, and we have these bell covers that I made that we are putting over our bells just to try to keep things from spreading. For orchestra, it's been pretty easy because we just get to wear normal masks and do some pretty normal things.
With COVID, the challenges are maintaining social distancing, learning to sing with masks on, and the schedule has been really hard. I mean, it's almost impossible to do choir online.
Although there has been many obstacles, the music program hopes to have a concert by the end of the year.
I'm hoping that in May we can have a concert outdoors at the Sound Shell that's downtown. This will create an environment where it doesn't really matter how many audience members show up, and it will also just be kind of something cool and different. We haven't had a choir concert since December of 2019, so it's a little bit long overdue.
Some of the students involved in the music program shared what they enjoy about their classes and their teachers.
Throughout the process of me thinking that I would want to pursue music teaching, they've been very supportive and they always answer my questions. They're brutally honest about how stuff is going to look. And they've always given me opportunities.
What I like about Lemaire and Ossip is they're both super caring. They'll work with you if you're struggling with music, even if it's not music. Like, they're mentors. You can just go talk to them about anything.
His jokes of the day.
I like being around my peers that enjoy the same kind of stuff that I do. It's opened a lot of doors for us to kind of make our own groups. And
my favorite part of band and singers is just kind of the freedom of what you can do with music, especially if you have like a solo.
I have my friends in it, and I can go home and help my cousin out with it.
Make sure to go watch their...
Thanks, Emilee.
Up next, Briana has a story on an issue faced by many teens today: sleep deprivation.
Sleep deprivation has been a frequent problem that has not yet been resolved. Out of curiosity, I went around the school and asked a handful of students the amount of hours they sleep in a day. Here's what they said.
Like 6.
It varies from 2 to 3 hours.
3 hours.
Like 8 hours, I think.
4 hours. Julie Castaneda, a senior at FMHS, is one of many who endure the pain of sleep deprivation. Here's Julie's experience with it. What distractions keep you up at night?
I would say that my biggest distractions are definitely my phone, and sometimes I get the urge to clean my room at night.
How has this affected your everyday life?
The amount of sleep that I need I feel tired the next day, like super tired, because my body isn't used to getting that much amount of sleep. And I sometimes feel like really irritated the next day.
What would you recommend that others do so that they can prevent sleep deprivation?
So I would just say, get off your phones like either 30 minutes before you're gonna fall asleep or want to fall asleep, so that way you're not distracted by like social media, because our phones are probably what keep us up at night the most. And instead of getting on your phone when you're falling asleep, you can put music on, like relaxing music to wind yourself down to go to sleep. Or you can read a book. I know some people like to read books, but yeah.
Sleep deprivation is an extremely common problem that occurs with about almost every high school student. Whether you notice it or not, it is very important to take it into consideration and do something about it to help better your sleeping schedule.
Thanks, Briana.
Up next, Colton has a story looking back on this year's FFA week.
Fort Morgan High School is home to one of 117 FFA chapters here in Colorado. And with the passing of FFA week, I wanted to highlight some activities the members of FFA participated in, and wanted to learn more about being an FFA and how different FFA really is from other clubs. How long have you been an ag teacher?
I've been an ag teacher for 28 years. My first year was in Bennett, and the rest of them are all here.
What makes FFA so special?
The kids. Working with the kids, it gives them an opportunity to develop character, citizenship, work ethic, and recognizes their achievements.
How different is it being an ag teacher compared to a conventional teacher?
Huge difference. We have the kids all 4 years, where conventional teacher just has them for maybe 1 year or even 1 semester. And we work with them through the fair, so we really get to know the kids and their families. So through the fair, their projects, we go out and visit, make home visits and look at their projects and see how well they're doing, visit with their parents, which makes it nice too, because the kids know that I know their dads and I talk to them.
What is the best part of being an ag teacher?
Watching the students succeed. They come in as freshmen and then they go out as seniors, and just looking at how much they grow and how much growth that they've experienced and how successful they become. It makes me happy, it makes me proud.
Why did you become an officer?
I became an officer because I have a lot of fun in FFA, and I just wanted to become more involved and work on my leadership skills.
Do you enjoy being an ag more now that you're in a more official role?
I like being an ag more as an officer because I get to be more involved in things.
Next, I asked what was their favorite day of FFA week. So, what is your favorite day of FFA week?
My favorite day was Member Monday, when everybody was in their official dress. All the members, they look so sharp. And and they act different when they're in official dress. They just act more respectful. I don't know why that is, they just do.
My favorite part of FFA week is the tractor parade.
To end my story, I wanted to highlight and show some videos and pictures of events during FFA week. Thank you, FMHS, and have a good day.
Thanks, Colton.
That's all the news we have for you today.
We will see you next week for another episode of Hoofbeat News.
From all of us here at Hoofbeat News,
Have a great week, FMHS.
Oh, yes.